NiP had everything they wanted. A huge lead in the first half, a chance to blow it up into a massive lead, which they failed at. The pistol round in the second half. If you're NiP, you're going to be saying, man, we had all the chances we wanted. We had all the opportunities in the world, and we let it slip away. Very, very flat on the CT side for NiP on Inferno. It cannot be the same here.
Yeah, the odds still very much in favor of the Ninjas in Pajamas, despite the heroics out of MOUZ. So let's get this one started. Util cocked. It's a tag that's going to be trying to get his boys into the site. Smoke and 2 flashes for this A take. Now, presence has been shown. It's hampus that's firing off shots.
Yeah, but they haven't seen Rez. Rez has just walked his way up A ramp. Screw the utility on S-Tag. He's just gone out and he's like, guys, there's no one home. No one's challenging me whatsoever. But MOUZ is the closest one. He's over in jungle, and just by timing, he's missed everything. And they already knew the presence of hampus. So the bomb is going to come up, and yeah, there it is. And they already know the site's clear. They already know it's a stack towards the B bomb site. So NiP, complete control of this round.
Problematic for sure. And Rez has already taken long-range fights on their emergence out of towards CT spawn. Flash is good. JDC eats it. Oh, it is a lot of bodies. Surely you retreat now. You wanted to take territory, sure, but you've got the man advantage and the bomb down.
Bomb's planted for CT spawn, though. It's not planted for the players over towards Connector and jungle, so this fight is critical.
Big fight now. Brolin to swing out. Double peek. It's going to be Rez to distract. Now they strike back and forth. Torji with 2 here on the pistol so far. S-Attack dancing around the default. Torji hitting every bullet of his USP. 4 out of Torji. Blobsky needs to come up clutch and just around the corner in time. So many heroics. He's wiggling, he's hoping, but there's nothing more he can do. 4 kills and still NiP will emerge victorious.
Yeah, what a play from Plopsky as well to rotate around through CT spawn. He had to have known the bomb wasn't planted for him, called out, so good play from him just to secure things, because that's dicey. That's a really tough situation to be in. You have 2 players on the other side of the map who cannot actually see the bomb being planted. These shots from Torji almost win MOUZ the round.
Yeah, just a wiggle of hope, you know, he had nothing else.
Yeah, the little prayer dance.
No other plays, yeah, it was definitely, there was a prayer or a ritual involved. Well, we're not going to be seeing that same battle for the second round conversion. NiP get it almost a red carpet rolled out for them to go 2-0 here in our third. Not going to be taking any chances, though. I think that was probably a wake-up call, map 2.
It better be. You can't have NiP, and that's like the big stain they kind of have on them in this event so far, is a couple flat games just being dominated completely and utterly by Na'Vi. And I mean, certainly now you got to put up a map like Inferno, their pick, where the CT side just had no power behind it. That's frustrating for a team that we've kind of been like, I don't want to say sleeping on, but everyone's kind of been like having their own little doubts due to circumstances about this kind of run that NiP's on, still being dangerous through all the roster situation that they've had, different players coming in and out, testing new fits here and there, the swap of S-Tag over to the AWP, and then once we start believing, you get a couple of awkward performances that make us scratch our heads.
Yeah, I mean, I think the quote from hampus that you brought up in map 1 about if you want to be the best team in Sweden, you've got to have the best player from Sweden. I think Brolin has, at times, definitely filled that quota, and he's going to farm up some lovely cash. $600 a pop. You do the maths. 4 kills immediately injected into his bank account. Come on, there's even a rifle waiting for him, so he gets the best of both worlds. Who sang that one? Is the best.
I have no idea. Don't ask me those questions. my music knowledge is probably not where it should be.
I have a horrible feeling it was like Hannah Montana or something.
Okay.
I've really let myself down there.
That would be great.
Self-reported.
I would actually really enjoy that if that's the case.
Both worlds. Hannah Montana.
Oh, Alex, you even knew it. You not only knew the lyrics, you knew the artists.
Oh, dear.
Well, you've stumbled twice in one sentence.
That's all right.
2-0.
I'd rather make a fool out of myself than others.
Perfect. I also think that way.
Yeah, I can take those bullets. I can take them. So
AWP in the hands of Torji.
Does he get anything done on that opening? So Dexter's already kind of been run down, smoked off, and that second smoke perfectly timed to facilitate full mid control. Brolin going to be contesting Connector. hampus already just poking his nose into B. Hello?
Ooh.
Hello? Brolin finds one. Frozen's not ready, and NiP kick open this round with a bang. MOUZ forced to stomach this with a whimper. It's already over. 1 minute 20, the clock reads. Torji and Bemis, their objective changes.
And with how, that's tag. There was a timing there. Nice attempt. He was sliding out to find and punish these final players. They might have found an escape route in towards Palace. Hunker down. I was going to say, with the bomb being so long to get over to the site itself, there's a chance for NiP to... You don't even really need to hunt. You kind of know where the remaining 2 players are. Just kind of cordon them in and make sure they can't escape route anywhere. But obviously that kill into S-Tag changes everything. So now you don't see any NiP players going after it. Op and M4 will be brought forward into the next round, but NiP up to a 3-0 start.
And you want to recap how that went down. I mean, it was just that very kind of, again, I would describe it as pedestrian mid-util.
Yeah.
The 2 stages, the 2 waves, mid-window denied, connector smoke arrives, and hampus. I think the change is the fact that he managed to tuck in so deep.
I'm assuming he knew there was going to be a gap in the Molotov that he could walk behind. That might have been, you know, designed to give him that opportunity to sneak up to the corner.
Brollan just finding that push on the very early doors fight.
I'll tell you what, first obstacle for MOUZ, especially now that they've lost the first gun round. You go back to the first map, they did win the pistol in the first 4 rounds of the game, but after that, NiP went on a 9-0 run, and then you switch over to Inferno, and it was, what, 7-1 at a certain point? Like, MOUZ have to make sure NiP doesn't just get off to a big streak right here. They need to make sure they're not fighting so far from behind like they have at different times in the first 2 maps, because you're only going to get so many of those comebacks in this kind of a situation.
Change up of the guard in mid. Frozen this time, wants to ensure that can't happen again. He's got Dexter in support, boosted off as well towards B, so they'll be able to park Torji aggressive. And he'll have info on the B presence. Brez wouldn't do this dry though, would he? Yeah, not expecting the AWP. Goes on looking for a fight and gets more than he bargained for. More available. Frozen tracks Brollan over that team flash, and Dexter's got info too. Eyeballs on his elbows. He knows. There you have it. MOUZ have done what you requested, Jason. They've silenced the NiP run.
So far, oh, good shot from JDC as well with the FAMAS. NiP just getting whittled down every step they take, every move they make. S-Tag dodges the bullets of the AWP and makes a quick run in. Hampus in his own battle in middle, trying to aggressively take down Dexter, and he's finally got it. Oh no! Torji has given it up, but S-Tag's gonna go down after the plant, and that's a free defuse.
Yeah, nothing he can do, is there? They're just gonna hold it.
Oh, it would have been so funny if actually the Molotov hit his teammate and landed right on the bomb.
Funny is a word you could use for it.
It would have been funny for us.
For us.
They would not have been laughing.
Quite the contrary. Yeah, no, actually fuming, I think, after the reaction we saw out of Dexter for his lost duel. This is JDC really just putting the nail in the coffin of this round. It was Hampus with a valiant attempt to turn around. And yeah, you get the bomb plant. Certainly a recovery of sorts. It's going to put lots of cash in the NiP coffers. MOUZ won. They can't afford to immediately be sent back to the doldrums, though. There was only 2 alive as they converted on that defuse. They have to pick this one up convincingly, or at least keep those weapons aflowing. They're going aggressive, and Brollan is called upon. What can you do? He's alone, up against a whole squad. Bemis working the smoke, and oh, Brollan just clotheslines Bemis. A smoke to keep himself afloat. Hampus to arrive as well. And I think MOUZ now just want to maybe turn tail, rejig this defense. Hampus forced forward by the flame. It's Torji that's heard that and will collect that. There you go. Right back into a 4-on-4.
Hammons might be frustrated after that one. He even considered falling all the way back, changed his mind late. Oh, JDC with another lovely little double tap. Just like the previous round. And the space that Dexter has to work with is so small, but he makes it happen. Plopsky goes down next. No chance for trades in any of these kills. This was a 5-on-4 for NiP. Now a 2-on-4.
Yeah, to see Rez find a frag, this could be a little confidence boost early into the 3rd map. He does put Dexter on notice. 1 HP, Molly should have him. Smoke indicates Frozen is occupying CT, but they are unwilling to really push the limits here. So there is room for them to work with. You can see Rez is considering a flank. Torji was just holding it from way back.
Funnily enough, the longer they're waiting, the more likelihood there is of a flank coming in. You can already see Torji on the minimap, who's already pushed all the way through B, starting to make his run through T-spawn. And that's why you see the defense backing off. Frozen I don't think he's even going to consider swinging here. They're saying plant. We'll take the retake with this kind of a flank, with this kind of timing. We feel like we're in a strong position.
Yeah, and that smoke's not going to achieve too much. They won't be able to contest the push through. This is the first fight for Rez. Ozzy deals with it. Problem solved. And Esatag just going to try as hard as he might to hold on to his AWP. This round is done, and that confidence is rewarded. MOUZ just, they were very convinced they'd have this in the 3-man versus 2 retake.
Yeah, and they keep players alive as well. Remember, just 2 players in the previous round survived. Cash was at an all-time low. Now they get it boosted up a little bit. And they're within 1 early on. So not only do they show the confidence of winning that post plant in that situation, but also starting to show that they have some fight back and they're not going to let NiP go out to any kind of crazy big lead that they have to recover from.
Yeah, an immediate response out of NiP is get DJL on the mic. Opportunity, of course, for MOUZ as well to have the conversation, to stay hydrated, as should you. 2.5 liters a day. Are you on for your daily water intake, Jason?
Not today, but when this is done...
Yeah? Chug a liter with me?
I'll chug a liter with you. I'll probably have to chug one more for yesterday, and
grief.
Probably another one for the day before that.
Dehydration debt.
Timeout's coming to a close. Final words being exchanged by the coaches. Round number 6, full buy for NiP. AWP in the hands of Esatag that he saved from the previous round as well.
Do or die, sink or swim, 1 map of Counter-Strike. Separating one of these teams from the arena. Or a horrible and familiar close but no cigar feeling in the pit of your stomach. Roland's safe from that. He's very cheeky. He actually holds onto his smoke, so...
Timing hit towards the B bomb site, it looks like, at least for the moment, unless something changes, unless something stalls them out.
I think Roland's going to smoke window. Oh, even connector, even better. And that will facilitate hampus to crawl as well. JDC heard that. Something fishy going on in apartments, he says. Dexter going looking for answers into mid. Stalwart with this. What's the cue?
Waiting for the smoke to clear in the B halls. It just faded now. Smokes are getting chucked out. Smoke into window. Smoke at top con. Molotov towards van. Hits well structured, well organized. They just need the frags.
Throws it on the headshot angle. Looking for Plopsky, and it's a quick click. Another from JDC. MOUZ repel the invaders. A final attempt from Brolin, nothing to report or celebrate, and this could be spotless from MOUZ, especially now Esatag hamstrung by the JDC for mass. He's tagged up but gets away with it. hampus is going for a real hero maneuver, but Torzi's far too wise to your games. Oh dear, he's gotten one. And immediately they have to tuck into the site, safe from 2 different angles now, but with 15 seconds, he's playing a dangerous game here, hampus. He's alone now. Touching distance of Frozen and collected with ease. This is now MOUZ stringing together 3 of their own.
Pretty convincing these last 2 rounds as well. I mean, 3 players surviving, so NiP's got some production, but I mean, not really a chance to actually win the rounds, right? Even the one with 2 alive, it was unstoppable defuse. MOUZ looking pretty solid so far on defense here on Mirage.
Good signs of life out of them. We're not having that blowout as we've had. You can see in the top right. Trading each other's map picks seems to be par for the course with a Ninja's game.
And back to mostly upgraded pistols. 3 Tech 9s, a Deagle, hampus with the sole AK-47. That's in B halls. All the way pushed up in towards kitchen. Quiet on the map. They've at least got utility for some kind of a set piece, some kind of taking of map control. You can see them, they're probably going to challenge in middle here. And if they can find some kills, if they can thin this out, I think that's what's going to prompt hampus to start moving forward towards the B bomb site with that AK-47. See if he can clear out a sole defender, since a lot of attention will be on Catwalk. Late run, maybe up Cat to turn this into a B split.
Yeah, they'll try as hard as they might. You can see MOUZ's deliberate, rather passive nature. Dexter's gone looking and found nothing. It's bad info if he does assume it is clear. And in fact, he is starting to hedge his bets towards A, so mission accomplished in that respect. That's a great time smoke. They'll have to run through it. Starting to crawl now up the cat. Dexter's info denied. Worried about the A take. This has actually enabled a 5 versus 2 on this B site. Dexter tries to contribute. Plopski banger into the head. But it's Frozen and JDC again tested on this B site, and they are handling business. Just the two of them. Just the two of them. And they convert. 3 for JDC on that one, and there you have it. Now, that's an immediate red flag. NiP, if you want to try B, you got to get through us too.
That's happened a couple of times now. They've been able to shut it down entirely. They've been very on point, that B defense, so access seems closed, at least for the moment. They get this kill, but how do you deal with JDC and far back at bench shooting a catwalk and then Frozen close up when you don't even expect it? Look at the way they're just shuffling between the two different choke points. Really nicely done from MOUZ defense.
Looking for a difference maker in S attack towards that ramp, looking to catch any early aggressions, and they were coming, just a little too late. Again, Torji throwing the AWP into the apartments. He's already caught Res once, so it's unlikely it'll happen again. I say that as he does start to maneuver in that direction. Torzi's early info has facilitated this fight. JDC, a nice opening on aggressive defensive move. A lot of space for hampus. You can see Frozen passive in his window hold. That CT smoke will have hampus very alert.
I'm really worried for NiP right now. The entrances, the initial contacts have felt extremely unsuccessful. And you go back to the MOUZ comeback on Inferno, the same kind of factor. They started just winning the early game, and FAMAS, doubles him up. And that's the bomb. 45 seconds. And the only rebuttal is hampus sneaking into this gap in the defense, but that's not going to create enough opportunity to win the round. It won't even create anything.
Torji's wise to his games. hampus does like to be the fly in the ointment behind enemy lines, just not today. And S-Attack, I mean, what is he supposed to do with this? He's presented an impossible task and walks out to his demise. Okay, MOUZ, okay. That Inferno comeback, this is going to be the cherry on top for a dream MOUZ revival. If they can prove to themselves that even when Inferno looked bleak, they turned it around, clutches from their leader to close, and now into the third, and it's just continuing.
A Tech 9 rush to the B-bomb side of Inferno seems to entirely reverse everything in this series. So crazy to think about. Deep nades in towards A ramp. Plopski takes a little bit of damage. He's going to be lurking in that position. One player in mid, 3 in the B halls. Plopski calling out information. Down the stairs we go.
The stakes have never been higher for a game of Counter-Strike for these 5. Dexter, JDC, Torji, Bemis, and Frozen. Erecting a CT wall now for the Ninjas. They haven't been able to get a single shuriken through. Trying their luck again on these Desert Eagles and Kevlar, just for a couple.
I want to see NiP on their T side start to create things. At the moment, from what we've seen so far, outside of the first gun round, outside of round number 3, where they actually challenged, they've just kind of been sat around waiting for utility, defensive utility to fade, waiting for Molotovs to expire, waiting for smokes to clear out, and then just pulling the trigger on an execute. What we saw in that third round in the early buy from MOUZ is an NiP Molotov towards Catwalk and hampus sliding behind it. Players getting aggressive, players looking for fights out of the gate.
You're right, that was the most convincing T round we've seen. And a little gap that they're using very well. Rez occupies it as Torji averts his gaze for a moment, but that's one. And Plopski makes it interesting. Takes Bemis down on that ramp side. It's an AK as well in play now for Plopski, and he's not been able to use it very well. Ooh, 1 on the P250 of S-Attack. It's not enough. 6 on the trot. MOUZ making a strong case for the defensive domination. 6 in a row.
This is great. Even with good deagle shots, even with this one, the kill on the trade on A ramp as well. Can't get anything done after that. MOUZ closing the door real quick. Second timeout for NiP early on Mirage. 9 rounds in. feeling the heat, feeling the pressure, probably not expecting this kind of a resistance from MOUZ.
Far from it. I think NiP might have fallen into the trap of thinking that they'd done enough in that first half of the second map.
Oh, do you remember when they were up like 8-1? And you saw the smiles, the giggles. They were having a good time.
Yeah, and then there was just a couple of freebies, a couple of oopsies. And now, wow, this is the very different state of play. It was a 16-12 scoreline that closed on our second. Now, 6 could very well become 7. Look at this. I love the mix-up. Sending your AWP aggressive could lead to an opening frag. We don't know what's going on.
It's going to buy time.
Does go down.
Yeah, lost one player. You don't have access to underpass at the moment. You've got to reconvene. Everyone's come back towards T-spawn, towards top mid. NiP in shambles right now. This offense is scrambling to come up with an idea.
Yeah, I mean, the openings definitely haven't been going their way since, but confidence booster needs to be provided by someone. You've got that T-side orb. Maybe let S-Attack find a way in, but you can see MOUZ have been very well restrained. Not giving much. It's a quick jump from Frozen for info. Beamer's tight as well on Ninja. And so the util will reign in. The numbers here favor MOUZ again. Who will be that difference maker? It's Plopsky not checking his corners, and just like that, a flurry of blue on brown. Bomb is down. S-Attack alone. Burning down to a crisp 4 HP as he's seared to perfection. And run on down, 1 on the way out, but there you have 7, and look what it means to Frozen.
This is just standard Counter-Strike from NiP at the moment, and they're just getting smashed. They've got to come up with. I mean, first of all, at this point, you got to stem the tide, stem the bleeding of losing some of these opening kills, of falling prey to some of this aggression. The underpass play that delays things, the opening kill again going the way of MOUZ. You have to chill with that.
Does it not blow your mind that Frozen is the most experienced player on this roster?
That is a bit crazy to think about. That is pretty damn crazy to think about. I wonder like what the average number of years it is from like the rookie season to like when you actually start being able to challenge into the top 5, top 10. Because Frozen does feel like he's been around for a while. And I wonder if we're starting to see him build into his career.
I mean, qualifying for the playoffs of IEM Cologne certainly usually is a marker for most people's careers. Just ask, simple, just ask SK. And Brazilians definitely marking their territory when they showed up here a couple of years ago. Couple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Couple.
5.
4-round difference, but that is extending every minute in this match. And MOUZ just not making any mistakes at the moment. And they have that luxury of being able to play very conservative, mistake-free Counter-Strike because they've had so many advantages in this map. NiP's not applying any real pressure to any point. Hampus is going to challenge, but again, you're just walking up, dry challenging, and Torji's able to find it with an AWP. Now just 2 remaining who can't do anything off that play.
Helpless. Nade destined for glory. Oh, nice one back from Roland. Trade unavailable. JDC reveals his presence. It's Beamus in the Palace. A nice angle for this. And Brolin is booked. They convert and will have the win on this CT half just in the first 11 rounds of play. And it is 8 consecutive. Now, we've been and seen this before in terms of consecutive rounds. Now, it was the other way around. It was on that T side from the Ninjas. But MOUZ making a very strong case for this. If they can just not let the rope slip at all, if they can keep their grasp firm, and I don't even know if it's all the credit to MOUZ, it does seem from your perspective as well that the T side need to give us a statement of intent now.
If you go back to the end of the start of the first half of Inferno, it's it's an 18-5 run at the moment for MOUZ. They've just been utterly hampus.
That was a nice attempt. That was hampus with a real attempt. Torji tagged on down, forced off the boost. Dexter with a nice gap to work with.
Mid control provided, and now Torji's going to have to play a little bit more passive with the op. Looks like he wants to switch over towards the B bomb site. Good find from Dexter when they needed it. Molotov towards underneath the window, but he tries to slide out, and Brolin's got him.
Rez needs to wake up as well. Third map, 2 frags to his name. A nice deagle is one thing, but we need rounds. Molly's forced across. Great tracking from Plopsky. Sprays down Beamus. Forced out by the flame. Leg up for the ninjas now to post their fourth.
Oh no.
You're not clearing it? S-Attack, he hasn't cleared. Now it's a problem, especially when Frozen gets two. Finally, it's Brolin that sweeps him under the rug, but the damage is done and the round is on.
Oh, Torji, one more. Over the edge of the smoke, flash into the sky, and Brolin's got a 1v2, and boy, could they use it. JDC holding the line. I think he might have been spotted. Torji again, low HP early on in the round, and he still finds a double kill at the end of the day. 9-3.
Oh, wow, that is going to put some real salt in the wound.
But you saw a little bit of opportunity there from NiP with the changeup. The aggression in mid from hampus forces Torji off the angle, really isolates Dexter and window. That's an easy kill to find off the trade. And then obviously you're challenging a little bit earlier into the A bomb site to find kills. And unfortunately, you don't clear out dark, you don't clear under balcony, and Frozen's able to find a double that brings it right back.
Oh boy, there's a juxtaposition for you. That slight wince as you had 60 seconds. You don't need to be getting that bomb down immediately, especially flying blind. Frozen just goes unchecked, and it leads to NiP fumbling what could and should have been a fourth.
That's the intensity. That's the pressure of the situation. Those small details falling away. Cutting corners, assuming you've already controlled the bomb site, you've seen your teammates already pass over to an advanced position, and you just say, yeah, well, if someone was there, he would have shot already. And that ain't the case.
Trigger discipline's been a real feature of this group stage.
Frozen 13-5, Torji 12-5.
No better time to find your footing. Play your game. In order to acquire an opportunity to play your game on the greatest of stages. Dexter, another opening. NiP, oh, they're completely flatlining now. Completely missing. 5 ninjas on the milk carton, missing, lost, absent. 2 rounds and 2 more attempts on this T side to just get something going, to get a manageable 5-round haul.
Fair play. This is the exact conversation we had about MOUZ in the first half of Inferno. Like, what can you claw together just to give yourself a chance in the second half? And we saw them stand up to the task. And look, that's what this entire match like this, an elimination match, is about, finding out who's going to be able to fight back when everything seems lost. NiP, 2 more rounds to prove what they've got.
He's going to throw something quite spicy into the mix. He'll get early answers. There's no one going to be there. Dorji's found himself in the underpass, supported by Dexter. hampus trying to work this out. Great nade. Wow, doesn't get better than that. 50 HP, that's going to change his mind. And they're trying to set themselves up for something towards that Palace position. What is the call? S-Attack thought he was going to float over to B. Torji was established there, but seems the call is going to be quite an early one. hampus to remove info mid, but it's not going to work out well. He's got 2 smokes to try and sell this, but Dexter in the underpass will call it quiet. And here they come, loudly. Bemis, perfect on the sandwich position, plucks Brolin from the pack, and now more required. The back is turned. It's Plopsky that keeps it level. Lurk smoke to enable and facilitate perhaps contesting of that bomb plant. Don't need to rush it though. NiP's palms are sweaty. This one feels compulsory. And S-Attack's back is turned, and it's all again MOUZ shutting them down before hampus can even arrive. 25 HP.
This is an incredible defense from MOUZ. Yeah, all smiles now. 11-3. There's really no, it's hard to even find something to talk about at the moment for NiP. Even like they just get stopped cold. Even when they find Bamas here, they get close to the bomb site, but like, look at the utility. They know it's not safe anywhere. Connector's wide open, jungle's wide open. They can still challenge from CT spawn running through the smoke, and it's all come crumbling, crashing down on top of NiP.
Oh yeah, they can feel it. They can feel this game slipping away from them. S-Attack trying to take matters into his own hands with some Aggie Orb in. See if he can get anything done, but they're ready to be cleared. And oh, Torji breaking hearts and crushing skulls. Rez is gone, 2 on the AWP. Aggressive now. He really wants them to remember this. hampus is struggling. Oh, he can't finish his meal. Torji from behind. He should have this now, and oh, it gets worse. Just when you think it couldn't. A 12 looms for the ninjas. Their doom a certainty. A 12-3 defensive half here in the third. Oh, wow. Brolin, what have you got for us?
I am so stunned at the moment. There's no chance. Not even that one. Didn't even touch him. No HP loss. Flawless victory for MOUZ in the final round of the first half. It's 12-3. I think they might have just shattered NiP. I think they might have just sucker punched him right out of the tournament. Off to a break, heads and hands. We'll see if they can get him out of it when we return from the break.
MOUZ really are close now to realizing what looked so far away when they were sent to the lower bracket here in Group A. Group of Death, it was described as, and now the only opponent standing in their way is the Ninjas in Pajamas. MOUZ just found 12 rounds on their defense in a row. You know, credit to MOUZ, but also Ninjas absent, lost. We can't seem to find anything. They got 3 rounds to be celebrated. That was the first 3 rounds of that first half. I got Jason with me to watch as we could be in for a quick second half.
We opened this event talking about NiP with how deep the firepower went. Where's it all gone? Why has it all just disappeared last map? The whole conversation was hampus and S-Tag being amazing. We still have Brolin and Rez to talk about, but none of them have showed up since the second half began of Inferno of the previous map, and that's just not good enough. Here's the entrances from MOUZ. Still 2 players left to deal with, and hampus is able to respond. Double kill, but the bomb is on the other side of the map. Dexter's gonna have to hustle to get over there and support. But MOUZ have found a way at least to get some bonus money.
Bobsky's got the smoke kit, dream combination for this retake.
Oh my god, Dexter's so far off.
Yeah, and hampus might even be able to cut him off if they can find Frozen. There's info, there's the kit, there's the smoke, there's the frags! Oh, NiP in trouble, in jeopardy. Frozen has done enough, just standing and banging in that window. Hampus, you've got to pick up the pace now. Running in, looking for the fight, does manage to isolate. Now he knows Dexter's likely going to be coming in from the B apartments. He's got 3 kills in this one. He gets the kit, but he hasn't even got the time. Dexter just has to jiggle. And done. MOUZ 13. NiP left wanting.
Can you believe it? They even got the hold they wanted. They even got the critical kills to hold on to the A bomb site, but it was all a ruse. Hampus with a double kill that just does not matter at the end of the day. 2 one-taps, and Frozen shuts them all down. He drops the kit as well. He forces Hampus to have to chase him down just to get the extra time on the defuse, and it's unbelievable.
I'd never, ever speak in absolutes. I'm no Sith, but this one's done. NiP just do not have the manpower right now to contest with MOUZ, and they're so close to realizing this dream that seems so distant. It's going to be some Deagles. Brolin equipped with a very potent rifle. They've hedged their bets. Hampus investing into his superstar. Can Brolin give them anything to hold on to? Herd now.
Hard part is he's got to be so aggressive if he really wants to do it, right? You have to find those kills. There's the first one, at least there's that. However, over towards the B bomb site, Hampus is forced back, and the MAC-10 is already on the ground, ready to turn on this bomb site. Big kill for JDC.
Big problems for NiP. JDC close. Re-smoke on Kitchen. They're going to be channeled, corralled into this part of the map. The flames in the air. Rez does well to connect. A chance perhaps as Torchi's overrun as well. Brolin doing everything in his power. Beamer stands resistant. Frozen as well from short side. It's not planted for him as it currently stands. It doesn't matter as Brolin is sat down. Full investment. Nothing to report. DJL, a tut of his tongue. He knows what this means. NiP are gonna have to essentially force buy for the rest of this game.
Yeah, you can't save here. Like you can't. You're never gonna win 12 rounds in a row unless you're MOUZ.
Yeah, careful now.
I am a Sith. I was speaking absolutes. Oh, 14-3. What can you say? NiP, they have got to be stunned right now.
I think I am too.
Yeah, Rez is already knows it. He already sees the loss in his future, rubbing the temples for the inevitable migraine that's going to be there for the rest of the day, the rest of the week, the rest of the player break.
Yeah, ending their season with a real heartbreaker here. Torchi, he's had enough. He can taste the Lanxess.
I think one of the most beautiful parts about this MOUZ story isn't just the performance, but we've been singing the praises of the organization, of the staff around the Counter-Strike team for all the players they've brought up from the Academy team throughout this year, and to see it all come to fruition with this level of success of making the stage in the Lanxess, making the playoffs inside the Cathedral of Counter-Strike, one of the best, if not the best event of the year.
They lost their opening game, Jason. The opening game of Cologne, you're up against Na'Vi.
They were supposed to get swept aside by Heroic after that.
Sent straight to the lower bracket round 1, and they have ran this gauntlet all the way to the arena. It is magical for MOUZ. I think they just proved to themselves that they have something to believe in, something worth fighting for. It's only Rez with an MP9. He's just looking for consolation frags because this one is 15.
It's something every player and every team has discussed at different times throughout their runs, throughout their careers, is just what one important win can do for a confidence level. And certainly that loss to Na'Vi, obviously probably a little bit expected, probably felt like hell, but moving on, the upset over Heroic just surged them with confidence.
Yeah, and you know, you talked about their academy process. Cyclone is a big part of that. Let's not forget, he was a coach of the academy team, finds himself now brought into the main team, brings JDC in an eyebrow-raising roster change, removing the veterans
NBK.
Of NBK in place of the academy firepower.
A very polarizing decision as well.
JDC. And then they continue to fumble and trip over their lines, and inexperience looks like it's everywhere. But look at what happens when all of the things line up at the same time. Look at the kill distribution. This is exactly what you want to see. Torchi at the top, Frozen and Beamus right behind.
And for NiP, I don't even really know where you go with this one. This felt like, especially after victory at what, the Pinnacle Cup?
Yeah.
That victory they had there without Hampus. Hampus coming back, having some banger opening series for NiP to start this event as well. How good they looked on some T sides, and to see it just fall flat here on the third map. I don't know what the vibe is going to be like going into the break, but it's going to be a horrible one.
Yeah, and that conversation about international teams, I mean, admittedly, Antwerp was the start of that conversation being over for good. But MOUZ, I mean, they couldn't be a more diverse cast of human beings, making it work. And now, one more round is all that stands in their way. Frozen pulls them closer. Hard clears, staying on Nimble. It's going to be one from Plopsky. They will clear him out. Should be JDC all day of the week. 2 on the Galil. And 2 more opportunities in Brolin and Rez.
And one more 2 to add. It's basically a 2v2 at this B bomb site. Look at the lurk from Bimas. Although Brolin seems to have an idea of its possibility. It's just the timing. He doesn't have a whole lot of it to sit and wait for him to come from behind.
Slovakia, Lithuania, Australia, Hungary, Germany, a full 5-man international roster locking themselves in for Cologne playoffs. That's gotta feel good. Hard work pays off. And rookies combined with some of the newer names who've cut their teeth before them now will find themselves in front of the Lanxess Arena. It's contagious.
On the other side of the coin, just complete and utter disappointment. No way to describe that feeling, but we all know it. It's going to be a long night for NiP.